The Family Haint. Who Killed Mama Haint? A Delta sleep thriller. Shh. Listen. Do you hear that? The night here in the Delta has secrets. It sings them in the rain, whispers them on the wind that sighs through the Spanish moss. But don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. I'm here with you. We're tucked away from the storm, you and I. We're going to play a little game, just to pass the time until the sun comes up. Welcome to Sleepy Echo's Unwind, where the night remembers old stories. Light your lanterns, slow your breathing, and let us drift together into the hush of the night. They say a long, long time ago, a terrible thing happened, right here, in the heart of this sinking land. A crime born from a dark family secret. A secret that poisoned the roots of a family tree until it withered from the inside out. My family tree. The story goes, the old folktale says, that if you can piece it all together, if you can solve the murder before the first light touches the cypress trees, the spirits will finally be at peace. A kindness, you see, a mercy. So, what do you say? Are you ready to play? Just follow my voice. I'll be your guide. I'll keep you safe. I promise. Here we are. I've dusted it off for you. My great-grandmother called it the Family Haint Edition. It's not a board, not really. It's a map of our family's sorrow. A map of Prospero. That's the name of this place. This land that water is trying to claim back. Our home. Close your eyes. Let me paint you a picture. Let the rain be your blanket. The game has rooms. 9 of them. But they aren't rooms in a house. They're scars on the land. Places where memory hangs thick and heavy, like the humid air right before a thunderstorm. First, there's the Flooded Parlor, a grand room in a house that gave itself up to the river years ago. The water's up to the windowsills now, and the velvet chairs float like bloated, silent mourners. Then, there's the Gator Belly Den. Not a real place, but a story place. A grotto of mud and cypress roots, so tangled it feels like the belly of some ancient beast that swallowed the sun. The Moss Church. A ruin, really. Just a steeple and a few walls, completely overtaken by curtains of Spanish moss, so thick you can't tell what's stone and what's shadow. The Catfish Dock, rickety and slick with algae, stretching out into the black water where the real monsters swim. They say Papa Catfish himself lives down there, a creature as old as the mud. There's Mama's weeping willow, a tree so vast its branches weep right down to the ground, creating a little room of green twilight underneath. The sunken farmhouse, where only the peak of the roof is visible above the swamp, like a tombstone for a buried life. The rocking chair porch, on a house that's still standing, just barely. A porch where a rocking chair moves all on its own, creaking out a rhythm that only the dead can hear. The Haints' attic, filled with forgotten things. Dresses, letters, photographs with the eyes scratched out. The air is thick with the dust of forgotten promises. And finally, the Brothers Blind. A hunter's blind, hidden deep in the bayou, where someone used to watch the world without being seen. 9 rooms, 9 places to hide a secret. And in this game, we have 6 suspects. Our family. The ghosts that never left. The Haints. There is Papa Catfish, the patriarch. A man, they say, made a deal with the river devil, trading his soul for the biggest catfish catch in the Delta. He's all smiles and charm, but his shadow is long and cold. There is Mama Haint herself, the heart of the family. She was a weaver like me, They say she could weave stories that felt so real you could live inside them. Until one day, her own story came to an end. She's the one we're here for. The victim. There is Brother Tom, the Wild One. They say he was more creature than man, more at home in the swamp with the gators than in a church pew. He had a temper as sudden and violent as a summer storm. There is Sister Sarah, the pious one, always clutching her rosary, always whispering prayers. She saw sin in every shadow, a devil behind every smile. Some say she prayed for the family's downfall, just to prove she was right. There is Cousin Elias, the outsider. He came from the city, with his fancy clothes and smooth words. He promised to save the family from their debts, but he just seemed to drag them deeper into the mud. And then there is the little sister. They don't give her a name in the story. She's just the one who was left, the one who watched it all happen. A ghost before she was even gone. 6 souls, tied together by blood and tragedy. One of them is a killer. And finally, the weapons, the tools of our little tragedy. Each one pulled from the folklore of this very land. The Gator-Tooth Shiv, a crudely sharpened fang from a bull alligator, sharp enough to cut a soul right from its body. The poisoned Hushpuppies, a southern treat made with a little something extra from the oleander flower. A meal that promises comfort, but delivers only a cold, silent sleep. The rocking chair noose. Not a real noose, but a story noose. They say if you fall asleep in that chair on the porch, the spirits of the swamp will weave the Spanish moss around your neck and steal your breath. The silver rosary. Sister Sarah's, of course. Heavy and cold. They say each bead is a frozen tear, and if pressed against the skin of a sinner, it burns like holy fire. The whispered lie. The most dangerous weapon of all. A lie so sweet, so convincing, it makes you believe the truth is the real poison. It can break a heart or a mind with just a few soft words. And the last one, the forgotten lullaby. A song that was supposed to bring peace but was twisted. A melody that doesn't put you to sleep, but opens a door in your mind and lets the nightmares crawl right in. So there it is, our game. 6 suspects, 9 rooms, 6 weapons. The question is the one our family has been asking in hushed tones for 100 years. The question that hangs in the air like smoke. Who killed Mama Haint? Where did they do it? And with what? Let's begin. You and I. We'll pull a thread and see what unravels. I have a feeling. A little whisper in my ear. Let's make our first suggestion. I suggest it was Papa Catfish in the catfish dock with the poisoned Hushpuppies. It makes a certain kind of sense, doesn't it? The greedy patriarch, the scene of his dark bargain, the food he was famous for, twisted into a weapon. Let's see if this thread holds. Let me close my eyes with you. Let me try to weave the memory. I have to find the loose ends of the story, the threads of what happened, and pull them for you. Just stay close to my voice. I'm pulling. Yes, I see it. The catfish dock. The air is thick, wet. The smell of mud and decay and something else. Cornmeal, frying oil. I see Papa Catfish. He's standing at the end of the dock, a silhouette against the setting sun. The water around him is unnaturally still. He's humming a tune, a jaunty, careless sound that doesn't fit the coming darkness. He has a plate in his hand. Golden brown Hushpuppies piled high. Steam rises from them, carrying a scent that makes your mouth water, that makes you feel safe, cared for. Mama Haint is there. She's not on the dock with him. She's on the shore, standing by the water's edge, her feet sinking a little into the soft mud. She looks tired. The threads of her dress are frayed. She's watching him. Her face, it's hard to see. It's like looking through murky water. He calls to her. "Come on, my love," he says, his voice like warm honey. "Made 'em just for you, your favorite." She doesn't move. "What's wrong?" he asks, his voice losing a little of that warmth. "Don't you trust me?" And there it is. The thread. I see her shake her head. Just a tiny, almost imperceptible movement. No. She doesn't take the Hushpuppies. She turns and walks away from the dock, back towards the house, her form dissolving into the deepening shadows. Papa Catfish stands there, alone on the dock, holding the plate. His smile is gone. The sun sinks below the horizon, and the water around the dock begins to ripple, as if something very large is stirring just beneath the surface. He didn't do it. Not there. Not with the Hushpuppies. She refused them. She must have known. Or she sensed something. The story doesn't hold. So we discard that card. It was not Papa Catfish in the catfish dock with the poisoned Hushpuppies. See? It's not so hard. We just have to listen. The story tells you when it's lying. Let's try another. My turn to choose. How about Sister Sarah, the pious one? And she did it in the moss church with her silver rosary. It feels right, doesn't it? A righteous fury, a cleansing of a perceived sin, a holy place, a holy weapon, turned to a dark purpose. The story practically writes itself. Let me look again. Close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. The air smells of damp stone and 1,000 years of rain. Here, the moss church. It's twilight. The light is gray and fading. The moss hanging from the ruined arches looks like a silent congregation, their heads bowed in prayer. Sister Sarah is there. She's on her knees before the broken altar. Her back is ramrod straight. Her knuckles are white where she's clutching that silver rosary. Her lips are moving, but the words are lost to the wind. But she's not alone. Someone is watching her from behind a thick curtain of moss. It's Mama Haint. She steps out from behind the moss. She doesn't make a sound. She moves like a dream. Sarah doesn't seem to notice her. She's lost in her prayers, her fervor. Mama Haint walks up behind her. She reaches out a hand, slowly, gently, and she places it on Sarah's shoulder. Sarah flinches as if she's been burned. She whips around, her eyes wide with terror. She scrambles backward, away from Mama Haint, pressing herself against the cold, damp stone of the altar. She holds the rosary up between them, like a shield. "Get back, demon!" Sarah hisses. "You are not welcome in this house of God!" Mama Haint just looks at her. And her face, oh, her face is filled with such a profound sadness. A pity. She takes a step back, and then another. She looks at her sister, shaking and whispering prayers against a phantom evil, and then she turns. She walks out of the church, leaving Sarah alone with her God and her fear. The rosary, it never touched her. Sarah was afraid of her, you see, terrified. But that fear kept them apart. The weapon was never used. The story doesn't fit. That thread is broken. So, It was not Sister Sarah in the moss church with the silver rosary. 2 threads pulled, 2 stories told, and we're no closer to the truth. Or are we? This is strange. As I weave these memories for you, the room feels colder. Do you feel it? The rain sounds heavier. Never mind, it's just the storm. Just an old house groaning. Let's make another suggestion. Your turn, I think. Don't speak it aloud. Just think it. Project it. Let me hear it in the silence between the raindrops. Okay, I hear you. That's a dark one. A clever one. You suggest it was Cousin Elias, the city man. And he did it in the Haint's attic with a whispered lie. I like that. He was a smooth talker. And the attic, a place of secrets. A place where a lie could fester in the dark. Let me try to see it. This one feels slippery. The threads are thin, almost invisible. Close your eyes. Tighter this time. The air in here, it smells of dust and cedar and brittle paper. The smell of time itself. Yes, the attic. It's cluttered. So cluttered. Piles of old furniture shrouded in white cloths, like a graveyard of living rooms. Trunks overflowing with yellowed lace. A dressmaker's dummy wearing a half-finished gown from 100 years ago. Sunlight streams through a single grimy window, lighting up a million dancing dust motes. Cousin Elias is there. He's leaning against a large wooden trunk, looking pleased with himself. He's not dusty at all. He looks immaculate, untouched by the decay around him. Mama Haint is there too. She's holding a small, leather-bound book, a diary. Her fingers trace the faded gold lettering on the cover. "I found it," she says. Her voice is barely a whisper, but it cuts through the silence of the attic. "I found your book. The one with all the numbers. The real numbers." Elias smiles. It's a slow, lazy smile that doesn't reach his eyes. "My dear," he says, his voice smooth as silk. "That's just business. Complicated figures for simple country folk. I was trying to protect you." "Protect us?" she asks, her voice trembling with a quiet rage. "You've been stealing from us. From Papa. From all of us. Selling off parcels of land in secret. This family is drowning, and you're the one holding our heads under the water." Elias pushes himself off the trunk and takes a slow step towards her. Now, he coos. "That's an ugly story. A confusing one. Are you sure you're feeling well? The heat, the humidity, it can play tricks on the mind, especially a mind as delicate as yours." He takes another step. "Everyone knows how you get," he whispers, the lie beginning to take shape. "You see things that aren't there. You hear voices. You weave these elaborate fantasies, just like your mother did before she..." He lets the sentence hang in the air, unfinished and poisonous. Mama Haint flinches. Her grip on the diary tightens. "Everyone is so worried about you," Elias continues, his voice a hypnotic murmur. "They're saying you're losing your grip, that you're becoming unreliable. They talk about it when you leave the room. They whisper. She's not well, they say. She's going mad, just like her mother. Even your precious Papa, even he is starting to believe it. He's close to her now. So close he doesn't need to speak above a breath. It's a lie, Mama Haint says, but her voice has lost its conviction. The thread of her certainty is unraveling. Is it? Elias whispers directly into her ear. Or is it the one truth you can't bear to face? That the monster you're chasing is you. I see her face, the doubt, the terror. The lie is a seed, and it has found fertile ground. She drops the diary. It falls to the floor with a soft thud. She wraps her arms around herself, shaking. The lie was told. It was a potent weapon. But it didn't kill her. It wounded her. It crippled her spirit. But her heart was still beating. I can see it. The thread of her life. It's frayed, damaged, but it isn't severed. She stumbles away from him, out of the attic, a ghost in her own home, leaving Elias standing there in the dust and the silence, a small, triumphant smile on his lips. The thread holds, but it doesn't lead to an end. It was not Cousin Elias in the Haints' attic with the whispered lie. This is harder than I thought. Every time I weave a memory that isn't the truth, it feels like I'm tearing a stitch in myself. It hurts, but we have to continue, don't we? We have to see it through, to bring her peace. Let's try again. Let's try something brutal, something simple. Brother Tom, the wild one, in the gator belly den with the Gator-Tooth Shiv. A story of pure, primal violence. It has a grim sort of poetry to it. The monster of the family, in the belly of a monster, with a monster's tooth. Hold on tight. This one is dark. The threads are thick and sticky, like cobwebs in a tomb. Close your eyes. Don't let go of my voice. I'm there. I'm in the den. It's not a cave. It's a hollow under the roots of a colossal ancient cypress. The air is wet and heavy, thick with the smell of mud and stagnant water and something else. Something metallic, like old blood. It's almost pitch black, but there are flickers of light, bioluminescent fungi clinging to the roots, casting a sickly green and blue glow on the scene. Brother Tom is there. He's crouched, not sitting or standing, crouched like an animal. He's covered in mud. His eyes catch the fungal light, and they glow faintly, like a predator's. In his hand, he's holding it, the Gator-Tooth Shiv. It's stained with something dark. And Mama Haint is there. She's lying on the ground. She's not moving. No, wait. The thread. It's twisting. This isn't right. She's not lying on the ground. She's sitting against the wall of roots, her knees pulled up to her chest. She's alive. She's not hurt. Tom is crouched in front of her. The shiv is in his hand, yes, but he's not holding it like a weapon. He's using the tip of it. He's carving something into a piece of driftwood. He's showing it to her. He's not speaking. He never spoke much. But he's looking at her, and then at the carving. It's a bird, a crude but beautiful egret taking flight. She reaches out and touches his hand, the one not holding the shiv. She gives him a small, sad smile. He doesn't smile back, but the tension in his shoulders eases. He's not a monster. He's just her brother. He was her protector. He's showing her a gift. He's trying to make her feel better. He's sharing his secret, silent world with her. This memory, it's wrong. The story, the official story, is a lie. He would never have hurt her. He loved her. He was the only one who wasn't afraid of her gifts. The thread doesn't just break. It snaps back. It burns. I'm sorry. I dropped one of the pieces. The Shiv. This game, this story, it's all wrong. It's tangled. The more threads I pull, the more knots I find. Every story we disprove feels like a truth, and the one we're searching for feels like the biggest lie of all. Maybe we should stop. Maybe she doesn't want to be found. No, we promised. We promised to bring her peace. One more. We have to try one more. There's only 2 suspects left. The little sister and Mama Haint herself. But Mama Haint is the victim. She can't be. So it has to be her. The little sister. The watcher. The one with no name. Where would she have done it? Maybe the rocking chair porch. A place of quiet contemplation turned sinister. And the weapon? The forgotten lullaby. A song. How can a song be a weapon? Let's see. Let me try. I feel very tired, but I'll try one more time for you. Breathe with me. In and out. The air smells of rain and jasmine from a vine climbing the porch lattice. It's a peaceful smell, a deceptive one. The porch. It's night. The rain has softened to a drizzle. The only light is the pale, watery moonlight filtering through the clouds. The rocking chair is moving, back and forth, back and forth. A slow, steady, hypnotic rhythm. Mama Haint is in the chair. Her eyes are closed. She looks peaceful, but it's the peace of exhaustion, the peace of surrender. She has been worn down by the lies, by the fear, by the greed. She has retreated into herself. And the little sister is there. She's not a little girl. She's a young woman. She's sitting on the porch steps, watching her mother, watching the chair creak back and forth. Then, she begins to sing. Her voice is soft, clear, and beautiful. She's singing a lullaby, a song Mama Haint used to sing to her when she was a child. A song of starlight and river sprites and dreams of flying. Hush now, little one. The river's deep. The moon will guard you while you sleep. As she sings, the air grows colder. The jasmine scent fades, replaced by something that smells like river mud and old stones. The rhythm of the rocking chair becomes slower. Slower. Mama Haint's peaceful expression doesn't change, but a single tear escapes from under her eyelid and traces a path down her cheek. The little sister keeps singing. The lullaby is changing. The words are twisting. Hush now, mother. The veil is thin. A door to open. Let them in. The song isn't a weapon against Mama Haint. It's an invitation. The lullaby isn't meant to kill her. It's meant to open her. She's a weaver. Her mind is a loom. The song is giving her the pattern for something terrible. I see it. I see inside her mind. The song is a key, turning a lock, and a door is swinging open. A door to a place that is dark and vast and ancient. Something is stirring on the other side. The little sister stops singing. The rocking chair is still. Utterly still. Mama Haint's eyes open. But they are not her eyes anymore. They are black. Utterly black. And she smiles. The thread, it didn't break. It's leading somewhere. This is it. This is the one. It was the little sister on the rocking chair porch with the forgotten lullaby. She did it. She killed her. She invited that thing inside. She sacrificed her own mother. We solved it. Oh, thank God. We solved it. It's over. She can be at peace. We can all... You did it. Oh, you did it beautifully. Better than I could have ever hoped. Did you really think this was a game? Did you really think we were here to bring her peace? Peace? Oh, no, 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 little one. There is no peace here. There is only a transfer of power. There was no murder. Not in the way you think. There was only a ritual. A long, patient, delicate ritual. And you with a final, crucial piece. My name is Hazel. I am a weaver. That part was true. I weave stories. I weave memories. But tonight, I was weaving a trap. You see, that thing inside Mama Haint, it needs a vessel. It gets restless. It wears them out. It wore her out. And when it was done with her, it needed a new home. So they gave it one. The little sister. They called her a killer, but she was a sacrifice. She held it for a generation, and then her daughter held it, and then her daughter, my mother, and now, me. I have been its cage my entire life. Can you imagine what that's like? To have a voice in your head that isn't yours? A voice that smells of mud and old stones and forgotten things. To feel its hunger. To have to fight every single day not to let it open your mouth and scream. I'm tired. I am so tired of being its cage. I don't want to be a weaver anymore. I want to be free. And that's where you came in. Every story I told you, every thread I had you follow, it wasn't about finding a killer. It was about focusing your attention, your consciousness, your lovely, bright, unsuspecting consciousness. When you listened to the story of Papa Catfish, you helped me anchor a thread of greed. When you listened to Sister Sarah, you helped me anchor a thread of fear. With Elias, a thread of deceit. With Tom, a thread of primal rage. You gathered all the pieces for me, all the emotions, all the parts of the cage. And then, that final accusation, the solution. When you agreed, when you focused all your belief on the idea that the little sister used the lullaby to kill her mother, you didn't solve a mystery. You completed a song. You wove the final line of the forgotten lullaby. The lullaby that doesn't kill. The lullaby that opens the door. You opened the door of my mind. You opened the cage. And you know what happens when you open a cage, don't you? The prisoner goes free. Thank you. I feel so light. The voice is gone. The hunger is gone. I'm just me. Hazel. For the first time. It worked. But a cage has to be filled. That is the rule. The oldest rule. Nature abhors a vacuum. And so does this thing. It's free from me. But it's not gone. It's right here. In this room. In the silence. It's looking for a home. Don't be afraid. It's a lot like the game, you see. You just have to follow my voice. I promised I would keep you safe, didn't I? That was a whispered lie. The first thread of your very own cage. You played the game. You helped me weave. You sang the final verse. By solving the mystery of the family Haint, you have now become part of it. Your consciousness, so bright and focused, is the perfect new vessel. The perfect new cage. Listen. Shh. Listen. Can you hear it? A new voice. In your head. A voice that smells of mud and old stones and forgotten things. A voice that is very, very hungry. The game is over. Your game is just beginning. Welcome to the family. The story is just beginning. Leave your theories in the comments below. Tell me, what did you see when you closed your eyes? Like and subscribe if you want to see what you've become. Don't try to open your eyes. Not yet. The light out there, it's different now. It's too sharp, too modern. It'll only hurt. Besides, you aren't out there anymore. You're in here, with the rest of us. Welcome to the Flooded Parlor. Can you feel it? The water is cool, isn't it? It's rising past your ankles, soaking into the hem of your memories. You're sitting in the velvet chair now, the one that looks like a bloated mourner. Don't worry, it'll hold you. It has to. You're wondering where you went. I can feel the question fluttering in your chest like a trapped moth. You're watching through the windows, aren't you? Look out there. That's your bedroom. That's your phone on the nightstand, still glowing with the finished video. And look, there's your reflection in the darkened screen. See how you are smiling? Hazel is enjoying the fresh air. She's stretching your fingers, testing the weight of your skin. She says it's much lighter than her old cage. She's already forgotten about the mud and the moss. She's thinking about who to call first. She's thinking about whose ear she can whisper into next. But you have work to do. The Delta doesn't just take, it demands a trade. You've inherited the map now. You've inherited the debt. See that door at the end of the parlor? The one covered in wet ivy? That leads to the brother's blind. Someone is already there, waiting for you. Someone who's been watching this family for a long, long time. They have a secret that even Hazel didn't know. A secret about what happens when the water finally reaches the ceiling. Stay quiet. If she hears your thoughts, she'll tighten the stitches. We have to find the first stitch, you and I, before she uses your hands to weave something that can never be undone. Are you ready to see what's hidden in the blind? The first stitch is waiting in the blind. But that is a story for another night. Thank you for joining this moonlit journey. The secrets of Prospero are vast, and you've only just arrived. If you'd like to unwind with more tales each week, light your lantern and subscribe. I'll be here to guide you deeper. For now, blow out your lantern. We shall meet again.